the field.
Oh my God, that was the perfect play. That was the perfect play, and they messed it up with a penalty.
Right guard.
Oh my God.
Offensive and defensive linemen probably
Whatever.
martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got called for the penalty.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Call it a gain of 12, but of course,
Man, we had that play perfectly too. With Cup right in the slot, got the release.
Now gone.
Nobody covered him.
Get this one to Cup, complete.
Nobody covered Cup.
The 20, 10, touchdown LA.
Nobody covered Cup.
Touchdown pass of the afternoon, and the Rams
Oh my God.
on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that
my
puts
God.
your defense in a big time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big.
This game is pretty much over. I mean, we had a big passing play called back from penalty, not only to hit an even bigger play, like the next play after that. That was insane. That was awesome.
Here we go.
I'm gonna play very conservative defense right now, because we are way ahead.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
What happened?
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this.
I guess they were trying to keep us off guard with that play.
But still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Open
No.
man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
That was a
All right.
really nice interception. I think
Here we go,
illustrates the
boys. We're going to
difference
go
between
down. We're
playing
going to
man
score
and
one more
playing
time.
zone. When you're in man, all you're
We're gonna sim the
focused on
rest.
is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone,
Just a quick reminder, I am still playing on all Madden. Just to prove it, I'm going to go in my settings and show you. Playing in all Madden simulation game style. I know a lot of people had commented and saying that, you know, I should up my difficulty. Well, that's what I've done, and I'm still dominating people. Let's go deep again.
Another touchdown. I think
I know they're in cover 3.
Seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Brings up 2nd and
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 52.
They'll try the left side.
Look at the lane.
And he'll go
Look
down,
at the
but not
lane.
before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Goff now looks to throw.
Ah,
Nowhere to fit that football.
they dropped. It was a bluff.
Away and incomplete.
It was a double A gap, but it's
Intended
bluff.
target. And that'll bring up second down. Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend out 3rd and down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Card's over 100 yards.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Go. 76. Tell him. 76. 76.
And a give this time to the tailback. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the
They're
distance.
in man again.
But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to...
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
All right, and now if I wanted to be mean, I could play the next 8.5 minutes and put up 50 points on these 49ers, but for the sake of time, we're going to go ahead and send the rest of this game.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
283 in the air, 223 on the ground.
Rams,
Wow.
It's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week.
And that was against a good defense.
The Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona.
All right, well, that's done. All right, Cooper Kupp is frustrated, of course, even though we just got him like a whole bunch of yardage and a touchdown. Totally doesn't make sense. No, nobody else. Alright, well, let's go ahead and play the Seattle Seahawks. Try to put some more distance. We're 3-0, they're 1-2. Chance for us to put a little bit more distance. It looks like they don't have Bobby Wagner now, which is nice. He was one of the hardest players to run on against their defense, obviously. Because Bobby Wagner is super OP in Madden. We all know it.
Today, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
There are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Rams taking the field and leading the way, the man from Cal, the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
Now Goff on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It got his man
Oh, yeah.
complete.
First play of the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Reaches the 34.
Van Jefferson.
Well, there's a pretty big start.
He's already doing the Seahawk. He's flying around. I love it.
Not because you're rooting for anyone, but
I love it.
that's the way to begin a game, to put someone
Look
back
at the
on their
separation.
heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
Wow. All right, let's keep pounding him, huh?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
I can already tell they're blitzing.
From the gun, here's Goff.
Look at how
Complete.
easy.
Jefferson the target.
Look at how easy.
End zone, touchdown Rams.
2 plays. Now they're playing duck, duck, goose in the end zone.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the
Get him,
Rams
get him,
are
get him,
gonna
Picard,
take
get
a
him.
first-quarter
Oh.
lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
Where are you at? Where are you at, Jamal Adams?
I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
You're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Well, that was quick. It wasn't even a minute off the clock, boy. Whew. This one might get messy quick. Especially without Bobby Wagner. He either retired or he went somewhere else in free agency, I'm not sure.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I love the lighting. The lighting in the stadium is really something.
Well played there defensively. Two tight ends in
You
the
get to see the light kind of trickle off of the helmets and the visors and the pads. It all looks very nice.
But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Nice.
Center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's
Get him in 3rd and long, so that's what we got to do.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
All right, let's just keep
so the Rams coming
bashing
back onto
these
the field,
guys.
Their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's a pickup
Of course.
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
tackle made at his 48-yard line.
On 3rd down, Davidson.
Look at the hole that was created by the guard in the center.
Inside the 40.
I mean, that was
First
music.
down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st down, Akers, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field.
Even if I just get a field goal out of this drive, I'm happy with it because we'll be up 2 scores.
Davidson, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Goff now looking to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21.
A gain of 11.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check 56. Watch the screen.
On 1st down, it's gone. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
At the 6-yard
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They'll try and run for it. 1st and goal.
It wasn't
And
blocked
this
well.
time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's why the zone split is so difficult sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't really work.
Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball.
Who is that?
2nd and 3rd down here.
Oh, that's Leonard Floyd. See if I can string it out to the right.
On 2nd down now, it's Davidson, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Do they have Leighton Vander Esch?
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I think they have Leighton
Not
Vander
much is
Esch.
perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
That's awesome. All right, let's go play some good defense again, because we do have Russell Wilson, we do have DK Metcalf. I think we have Tyler Lockett too. We have a lot of good players on this offense. Carson.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
You want this? Mike's 4-2. Here we go.
Here's Carson. Fights
Nice
forward for
tackle.
only about a yard up to the 21.
Well done, Kaiser.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week: 12 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
34 on the carry. Tackle made back at the
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just
Russell Wilson has 3
scrimmage.
passing yards so
Looks
far.
like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Rams to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their
Why are
wide
you-
receivers against this secondary.
Why are you clowning around with your
Successful.
guys on the
You don't expect them
sidelines,
to back away from attacking all game long.
Wilson? I don't
On 2nd and 10, Goff. This one
I don't
brought in
understand
by
that.
Jefferson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter, as that's a 1st down.
180. Check 56. Focus, defense, focus. 14. 14. 56. I want that. Give me that ball.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone.
Oh boy.
And he's going to be swallowed up.
Nothing.
Back
I had
at the
nothing.
45-yard line.
Damn it.
Jaron Reed. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, maybe that
Yeah, I
can
hope
give
y'all
them a
are
little bit of
dancing
a
and
pick-me-up,
high-fiving.
a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a 1st half to forget. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the 1st quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he gets it
Look at the
inside
blocking.
10 to the 9.
The blocking is just
It'll be a gain of
ridiculous.
15 on the play, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run here with Akers. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
The ball carrier.
So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd down.
That didn't work.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
It's okay. I'll take the 3.
3 yards
I really don't care. I'll take the 3.
That will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
That was the kind of play that this defense
Go up 17-0. Heck yes.
For them on that side of the football.
We'll take it.
Use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when you talk about finding the soft spot defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally would do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Well, they're still running the ball. Very impressive.
There, and it'll be 2nd down.
Very impressive stick-to-itiveness. Even though you're clearly getting destroyed and you need to get points up on the board.
They almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. Dances by him.
Wilson's pass intercepted by the Rams. They'll take over 1st.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And I had like about a 40-yard return on that.
Onto the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets.
Yeah, they have Van Der Esch all right.
Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run.
Okay, they're in man.
Search for that patience here now.
2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
56,
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Now a handoff here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there. Down to the 29.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the
Playing man again?
on the ground, but
I
think
doubt
the
it.
play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
Jamal Adams has just had no effect on this game.
Run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll get 7 yards.